What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. And for those of you new here, my name is Vanessa. I'm a mama, a wife, currently living in Southern California, originally from New Jersey. I am a military spouse. What else? What else is there to know about me? There's a lot to know about me. I'm Latina. I went to college. There's just a lot. But in today's video, we're going to talk about my 48 hours after having my repeat C-section. Now, I feel like a lot of people talk about like the first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, birth stories, but can we really get into the nitty-gritty of these 48 hours after you give birth, especially a mama who's had a repeat C-section? Because y'all, I was struggling, okay? So just for a little backstory and a little content, I had my daughter Gabriella back in May 6th of 2018. It was a C-section, just because it was just failure to progress. I also had a uterine infection. It was just kind of wild, you know what I mean? And that birth was a little bit traumatic, but I will say that C-section was a little bit more easier to recover with, even though it was not like a walk in the park. It was still hard, but is Giovanni up? I don't know. Okay, whatever. But yeah. So this time around, I attempted to do a VBAC, and if you guys haven't watched that video, definitely check it out. I'm gonna leave it linked below. It's my attempted VBAC / repeat C-section birth story. I give details of exactly how my birth went with my son Giovanni, who was born April 6th, 2022. Okay, let's see what else. All right, let's get into it. So just in case you didn't watch my birth story, just a long story short, I attempted a VBAC. I pushed for 3 hours. My baby was sunny side up. I had an option to get him vacuumed out or a C-section. And at that point, I figured, do I want them to vacuum out my son where it could potentially cause him some brain damage my pelvic bone and tailbone and like all that stuff, or go the C-section route? And you know what? I chose to have a C-section. I figured I'd rather have, well, they're both messed up, to be honest with you, but I was familiar with a C-section, so, and I trusted my doctor, so we went with the C-section. So after the operation, they roll you out into this recovery room. Now, obviously, I don't remember that with Gabby because with her, they knocked me out and I didn't wake up until 3 hours later in my room. So this time I actually got rolled out into this recovery little area where they had like different sections, and they kind of like close you off in these sections just to help you, I guess, recover or whatever it is. At that point, I did skin to skin with Giovanni. I attempted breastfeeding. They put all these things on you, in you, and you're just like on cloud 9. I honestly didn't feel anything. It was just perfect. And then with the C-section that I had, the anesthesiologist put in these like blockers, he said, to help with like pain. So he used like an ultrasound machine and like put like the blockers in my belly. So I guess that was a little bit of what helped too. But to be honest, you're not gonna feel any pain like right after surgery. You're so drugged up that it's just like, wow, so euphoric. You're there with your beautiful baby, just snuggled and in love and all that stuff, and you know, it's just heaven. And then after a while, I don't know how long they keep you in recovery. I lose track of time, to be honest with you. But once everything's like, okay, you're good to go, then they roll you out into the mother and baby, which for us in our hospital is a level up. So they had to put you in the elevator and bring you upstairs to the mama and baby ward, where nurses and pediatricians and lactation consultants and everybody and their mama comes to visit you at the hospital. Literally everybody and their mama. So we're up there, and to be honest with you, this C-section was so hard for me. Like, I was hungry as hell. I didn't eat anything, and I was throwing up the whole time I was in labor. Like, threw up like 3 times. And then once I got into the mom and baby room, and then the medicine kind of wears off, that's when the pain comes in full throttle. I literally felt like a truck came and smashed me into pieces. Like, I couldn't get up. My back felt like it was gonna break in half. You can't even laugh, cough, sneeze, turn a certain way because your insides feel like they're about to fall out. I don't want to scare nobody, okay? Like, this is just the truth, y'all, okay? This is the freaking truth. Like, I felt like my back was gonna break in half and my freaking insides were gonna come out. And for me, my baby's crying. My first initial reaction is, I need to get my baby. So you kind of like think you're back to your old self. Nah, dog. It does not work that way. And when I got up to go, like, get up and to walk, because after 6 hours they want you to get up and walk because walking's good for your recovery. Literally, the nurse is helping me get up. I'm like, hold up, the freaking clock is like, I'm seeing double, triple. I'm like, this is not good. I turn around and I barf everywhere, literally everywhere. I think Giovanni's up. Let me go get him. Habas, are you up? Yeah? Get up from your nappies? Hi. Hi. We want to say hi to the camera? All right, this is Giovanni. 2 months old. My little chunky monkey. Hi, Papa. Okay. He just woke up. All right, so where was I? So the nurse picks me up and literally the whole world is spinning and I just throw up my life again. I literally threw up so much at the hospital. Threw up, pooped on myself, did it all. I did it all, y'all. What? Are you hungry? All right, we're gonna take a break. I'll be back. All right, so he's eating right now. But, so yeah, she tried to help me get up after like those 6 hours and it was like all downhill. And I told my nurse, I said, listen, I am starving. I need something to eat. I don't want this bone broth. Like, give me something now. So she switched my dietary preferences and I ate. And guess what? I threw up. And she's like, see, I told you it was too early for you to eat. I'm like, I was just hungry. I wanted to eat something. But that didn't work out. So I threw up my whole life again. And then after that, it felt good. So while I was there, they do have you pee twice before you leave the hospital. And honestly, peeing for the first time, it's so weird. Like, you get the sensation to pee, but nothing literally comes out. Like, you're trying to push, but nothing. And you know, it's so funny that people say that if you have a C-section, you shouldn't worry about your pelvic floor, but I think you should even worry about your pelvic floor even more because you still have that pressure of carrying the baby and all this stuff. So postpartum care is super, super important no matter you had a vaginal or a C-section birth. It's good, Papa. He scratches his face. But yeah, so that was that. So my nurses were really nice. And then if you've never given birth before, just be prepared to have a whole bunch of people come into your hospital room. So you have your doctor, your OBGYN come in, you have your nurse, you have like, I guess a nurse helper or like another person that comes in with the nurse, who knows. Then you have the pediatrician come in, you have the lactation consultant come in, you have your insurance company come in, you have the girl who does the birth certificate come in. Like, Literally, everybody and their mama are coming to visit you. Like, you're lucky the Pope and the president ain't come either, because everybody is up in your room. So that's that. What else? And then they're always checking up on baby and you. I know for me, the nurses will come and like press on my belly. They'll check my like pad to make sure like I'm not bleeding excessively and everything looks good. They're checking my C-section scar, which when I first saw my C-section scar, I almost passed out. Like, I felt like I looked like Frankenstein. Like, it was crazy because I had like all that tape and stuff like that. It was really hard for me to look in the mirror and see that. Like, it kind of gives me like goosebumps now. Like, it's kind of like gross. But yeah. Anyway, so they're doing that. The good thing is too that they put like these like compression socks on you, but they're actually like kind of like the Normatex, that they're actually like compressing your legs, which is awesome because if you know, postpartum, you are definitely gonna get swollen, especially like in your feet. Oh my god, my feet were so swollen. Once I stepped out that hospital room, my feet immediately swelled up. Like, it was no joke. So I was like, dang it. But compression socks are your best friends. That was good, Papas. Oh, okay, hold on. I had to burp him. I'll be back. Oh, this is gonna take forever. All right, where was I? So, oh, compression socks are your best friends. Okay, so then what else? Honestly, I delivered at Hogue Hospital in Newport Beach, and their menu was actually pretty decent. I had a lot of food options, healthy things. Obviously, I had oatmeal in the morning because oatmeal is good with breastfeeding and stuff like that. I shared some of my food with Eddie because it was just literally so much food. But it's hospital food. What do you expect? Like, but I really appreciate it. And at this hospital, they give you like a celebratory like dinner with you and your partner, and it's actually like really good food. Like, I was impressed. And they give you like cheesecake and like apple cider, sparkling apple cider. It was like really nice. I think I have a video. I'll insert it somewhere in here. So we did that, and then let's see what else. 48 hours. They do all of that stuff. Breastfeeding people come in. Oh, so with Giovanni, he had he kept like his temperature kept reading like really low, like he was cold and stuff like that. And the nurses were saying that he had kind of like low blood sugar and jaundice. So one thing that they did was they took him for a while and they gave him some formula in the nursery and kind of just like monitored him and stuff like that. And I was okay with them giving him formula because it gave me time to sleep. Listen, the first time with Gabby, I was a psychopath with breastfeeding. I was like, oh my God, not even an ounce of formula can go in her mouth. She would never want to breastfeed again and blah, blah, blah. And listen, it wasn't even like that. Like, formula feed him, I'll get some rest, and my body knows exactly what to do. Like, I trust that my body knows what to do. So they did that, and that was good. But once like they did that treatment for him, the first night he was good with his temperature levels, which I was really happy with. So that was that. And then they're also checking to see your baby's weight gain, because they do lose weight after you give birth, but that's completely normal because obviously they're getting rid of all that fluid and stuff from when they're in your belly. And you're just getting used to like breastfeeding and all that stuff. Plus, your milk usually doesn't come in when you're breastfeeding until like 3 to 5 days later, really just depending on your body, and it's completely normal. But you are producing colostrum, which is liquid gold for babies. It's so healthy and good for them to drink. So plus their stomachs are super, super tiny, so they don't have to eat a lot when they're first born. Okay, and then what else? What else? What else happened in my 48 hours at the hospital? So that was that. And then I'm trying to think, you guys, because it's been a while. Obviously, 2 months. You kind of forget. Oh yeah, your doctor comes in to check on you to make sure everything's okay and to clear you. I told my doctor, I'm in pain, this shit hurts. He said, get your ass up and walk. And he said, you'll be good to go home in 2 days. So I was like, thank you, baby Jesus, because I did not want to stay there any longer than I had to because I was tired, okay? And I wanted my own space in my own bed. So yeah, so that was that. And things were painful this time around with my repeat C-section. I ended up getting an infection that I had to go see my doctor for a week later. Was that good? Huh, Papa? Was that good? Was that good? So yeah, I had to go see my doctor because I had like the C-section infection and stuff like that. And it was just hard. And especially with coming home and having Gabby here and her getting kind of acclimated and Snoop getting acclimated again. He was a hot ass mess. I couldn't take him anymore. He was driving me crazy. Legit crazy. And yeah. Oh, someone's calling me. Hold up. All right, baby. And then, okay, let's see. Let's get back into it. Someone's not happy. So at the hospital too, I forget they give your baby a bath and stuff. And if you're a first-time mom, this is a great opportunity for you to talk to the nurses, have all your questions asked. Literally, no question is a dumb question at all. And really just take advantage of everything that they provide for you. And anything that they give you at the hospital is yours to keep and to take home. So all the like ointments and like baby body wash and the little hats and the belly binder, all that stuff you can take home with you. And yeah, that's about it. So the 48 hours after giving my repeat C-section was like heaven, euphoric, because you get to meet your baby and love them and cuddle them and kiss them. But then after that pain medicine wears off, it hits you. But give yourself some grace, some love. Your body did something so amazing and so beautiful, and you are worth the grace and the patience, and take your time to recover. Honestly, a C-section is a major surgery. They cut through 7 layers of skin, fat, muscle, tissue, uterus, everything to get this beautiful, precious baby out into the world. So yeah, I think that's about it for my 48 hours. I'm going to do some videos on my must-haves for postpartum recovery. I'm going to be talking about, what else? My placenta pills, belly binding, all the things postpartum recovery, postpartum hair loss, how I made it work from 1 baby to 2 babies in our house, especially in a military household where we don't have family nearby. We live in California. My family's from New Jersey, so it's pretty tough when you're solo doloing it. But if you are a mama to be soon, congratulations. It is a beautiful journey, and it is your journey and nobody else's. So don't compare yourself to anybody else. Do what's right for you and for your family and for your loved ones. And that's about it. I will chat with you guys soon. And if I forgot anything, leave me some questions below down in the comments. I will definitely make another video if I feel like if I left something out, because I'm pretty sure I did, because mommy brain. Okay, Love you. Bye.